Hello.
I'm not done yet.
No, you're fucking done. The show's
I
starting.
got him. Got him. Got him.
hey.
Not even 5 seconds.
Not even 5 minutes. Well,
Not even 5
the YouTube
seconds.
debut has been spoiled. Anyway, welcome back. We have a very special guest. We have JPH this week. He's our debut YouTube episode. JPH, I'm going to skip the normal question I usually ask when we open up, and I'm going to ask, you were booked on a show yesterday. How did that go?
It actually went pretty well, man. It went pretty well. It was stuff for back to school. You know, we did it for the kids and whatnot. I do know this. It was hot. It was very hot. It was scorching hot. We were wondering to ourselves, man, taking a bump on this thing. This thing is just not gonna be good at all whatsoever. So we just grin and bared it, and we gave it our all that day yesterday, and you know, and we did. I thought we did really well.
Follow-up question: who did you face?
Oh man, face Silky Smooth, man. I gave like the back like an open challenge before the showcase of champions and whatnot, you know, and I asked anybody who was to come out just to see who would take me on before I get really tested next month against Shelton Benjamin at Showcase of Champions coming on September 13th through the 14th. And Silky made the challenge, and I'll tell you this right now, Silky, I'll give it to him, man. He's a hell of a wrestler. He's tough to beat, but I got that win just by a nice margin. And I'll tell you this right now, if you see it, you're gonna be amazed.
All right. BT, you're up, brother.
Okay. So I'm in the middle of sharing stuff. So for most people that do know you on somewhat of a national level, you did wrestle on AEW Dark back when it was actually
Yes.
a thing.
Yes.
How were both matches that you did, and is there anything you took out of each of them?
On my first day on AEW, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I was scared because, of course, when I was training with Dustin at the Rose Wrestling Academy, and he told me to come by at the HEB Center, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I was scared for my life. I was sitting there just like saying to myself, okay, I'm here, but like, why does this feel? This feels so nerve-wracking to see a bunch of people there, just to see, you know, the ring there, just to see the lights, the camera, and everything and whatnot. And then I remember like being in the back, just nervous out of my mind. And I remembered like Dustin coming up to me, like he just casually comes up to me and he's like, "You're wrestling Penta," and I was just like, "Excuse me?" I'm wrestling Penta, like, okay. So like, me and Penta, we went out there and I just thought like, despite like the crowd being there and whatnot, and despite like the nervousness that I got from that match, like I thought I did pretty well for what I was given, you know, and you know, Penta helped me out, worked me through the match and whatnot on what I was gonna do, what I was gonna take and whatnot, and everything went by perfect. He thanked me, of course, and it was onward towards the second show, which was All Out. And so the whole All Out thing was, of course, I did the showcase with Eddie on that I think on that Friday, because that Wednesday I did Dynamite, and that was crazy too, doing it in Chicago and whatnot, and that was cool, you know, just doing that, and me being in that tag team with the Acclaimed, like, again, those guys are like super chill. Both Max Caster and Anthony Bowens are both like super chill guys, super chill dudes. They got us through what we needed to get through. We did the work. We did the thing. You know what I'm saying? What was given to us, and you know, and it was all of it was just dope, man. All of it was just dope, and It's I can remember all that stuff like it was just yesterday.
Oh yeah, Bobby.
I'm sorry.
Brandon.
Oh, yes, just ask the question, dude.
Brandon just asked a question. You're up, sir.
Okay, so let's
There's
get
no way
to
is.
the hidden questions.
There's no
How
way
many
is.
times did you have to? How many times did you have to turn Duffy down after begging for a job? And also, isn't it kind of creepy that he was in the car with you, trying to go to Dynamite with you, trying to hit for a job?
Oh, Bobby's always got jokes, huh? Bobby, you can always see both sides of the coin at the same time. What's your real question, Bobby?
Just don't go over the top rope.
Just don't go for it. All right, ask your real question, David.
What has obviously with a the question I want to ask, I can't ask it. Oh man. Was this the I have a question.
Was it the brawl out stuff that around that time?
I'm not gonna do that.
He doesn't want to ask.
I don't want to ask it.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay, so you said that you faced.
You just fighting Larry during it.
You said that you faced Penta. Do you have like any designs to go back, or are you trying to go to WWE? You know, has WWE shown interest in you? You know, what's kind of like on the horizon for JPH?
Well, I mean, me personally speaking, I do hope like either AEW or WWE, you know, has an interest in me. I mean, of course, like any wrestler like that's been doing this for a long time wants to get that call from either or. But for me personally, I mean, I feel as though I think I could contribute. I mean, me personally speaking, like, I mean, me personally speaking, it's one of those things where being like a lifelong WWE guy. Well, first I was a WCW guy first off, but you know, with WWE just being voice crack, with WWE being like of course the be all end all for so many years, you know, it's so important for any wrestler to be a part of the WWE. And I tell you one thing, man, like somehow, some way, like if the WWE by chance like gets me a call, like first I'm gonna be nervous as hell about it. I'm gonna be excited as hell too, you know? But one thing for sure is like you get that opportunity to be a part of the WWE. It's like you got to take that opportunity and you got to run with it. You know, you got to somehow take that chance that you're given with the WWE. And I know I'm kind of shaking when I'm saying this because really like being a part of something that you're so passionate about and you doing it in the highest level possible, which is the World Wrestling Entertainment, that's a dream come true. And that's like a dream that I would love to have.
Okay, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Hush your mouth. So I don't. So one thing that I want to ask you is that you know you've been to AEW. You know you got the exposure with AEW. What is one thing that your trainers told you during training that you take with you wherever you go? Like one thing that you hold dear to you. What is one thing that they What is one thing that they told you that you just take with you wherever you go? You know, regardless of where you go.
most importantly is really check the ego. You know, I mean, of course, there's gonna be individuals that are very egotistical about what they do and what they want to do with their stuff. You know, I mean, of course, because you have to protect it. Any kind of wrestling that you do, especially in a name like this, you wanna at least to like protect your name, protect your brand. It doesn't matter like if it's AEW, WWE, or even in the indies. But for them to tell me like you have to leave your ego at the door, that's something that I completely take in stride, because it's like I try my best to like go in, do what needs to be done for the enjoyment of the fans. You know, a lot of like when I was told that, looking back on it, I knew like it was something that I just cannot take for granted, and that's just my ego. So as long as my ego is in check and whatnot, I can do no wrong. Or in this case, I can go above and beyond, really, just with checking that ego. You know, so and plus, not only that too, you know, if you encounter someone that's very egotistical and whatnot, I mean, of course, be cordial and whatnot, but in the end too, you know, business is business, and you really shouldn't, you know, bring your ego and whatnot when it comes to the sanctity of business, especially in stuff like wrestling, of course.
Well, I'm not gonna name names, but I know some people that can learn from that
I'm
sentence.
sorry that you had to experience Duffy.
You're a real big piece of shit down there. All right, we're past the 5 minute mark. All right, I don't give a fuck what we say now. Okay, we swear on this show. Damn it. But no, I didn't ask this question at first. I was hoping one of these two would, so I'll just say what I normally say. How many
I have a
years have you
question.
been in the business, and who are you trained by?
Oh
Well,
man, I've been
no
I've been
question.
I've been trained by so many people throughout the years and whatnot. You know, I mean, actually, I don't want to bore you with this story and whatnot, but it's a pretty long-winded story, but it has a nice thing on it in the end. So like when I graduated high school, like all I wanted to do was like wrestle, and this was around the summer of 2014. So I graduated high school in 2014, and I didn't want to go to college. You know, I mean, there was something for me, you know, going to like Division 3 football out actually in Lakeland University for football. But I was just like, you know what? I don't really kind of don't want to do football. I actually kind of want to wrestle. So it was one of those things where like right after high school, that's all I just wanted to do was just wrestle and whatnot. So I mean, I took a couple like odd jobs here and there and whatnot. And I remember like around like October, actually. I think it was actually no, it was probably like in the beginning portions of like October, or like in the end of September of 2014. My dad, he was coming from the court. He was going to the courthouse out there in Markham and whatnot, and he happened to see a guy who had like his leg in a cast. And so out of sheer curiosity and whatnot, he just walked up to him and whatnot, and he just asked him, "Hey, how'd you get that cast on you and whatnot, and how'd that happen to you?" And he was just like, "Oh, I got this from wrestling, actually. I got this from wrestling and whatnot." And you know, my dad, you know, he always wanted me to like fulfill my own dreams if it was like to anything. So he got word of this guy, and this guy's name is D'Angelo Steele. Shout outs to D'Angelo Steele. And he actually got me to train by a guy by the name of Chi-Town T. And I thought, now personally speaking, I thought it was going to be like some kind of like high-end training facility and shit. You know what I'm saying? Have like a ring, a fucking like a weight room and shit. You know what I'm saying? Place where you can like do your physical activities on and whatnot.
Let me
It
guess.
was
It was
nothing.
a garage.
Yeah, it was completely a garage. It was like a fucking it was like a it was like one of those garages where you can put like a semi truck in.
Oh, jeez.
And I went in there and everything was just so compact and tight and cramped and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You got like the ring on the opposite end of the room and whatnot. On the opposite and on the other side, there was like this tight, cramped backstage lot where in the summers it was so hot. And in the cold, it was so cold. And it was out in Dalton, Illinois and whatnot. And man, those and the last time I checked, it was affordable at the time because I know like a lot of people was trying like to go for like $100 a month or like $200 a month. It was just $20 a month, and it was just one day out the week, which was on a Sunday. So I remember my first day going in there and whatnot, and all they just told me, and shout out T and all the other assistants just told me, all right, take a bump. And I was just like, okay. I took the bump right? and I got right back up, I guess the way that they thought that like it was the correct way to do it. So they all just looked around like, okay, so how about you go ahead and run the ropes? So I go ahead on and I'm running the ropes and whatnot the way that they were showing me and whatnot, and I was just doing them correctly as they told me to, and again they were just looking at me like, huh, that's good, Jordan. That's pretty good, you know, and of course just doing all these other things and whatnot, and just shooting the guy off. Taking a bump and whatnot, doing all the basic kind of stuff and whatnot. They kind of had the impression that I did this before. So I think one of them went up to my parents and they were just like, "You sure he did? You sure he did this wrestling stuff before? Because we don't believe you. We don't believe that this is his first time doing this and whatnot. We think he's got like a couple years under his belt already." You know what I'm saying? He's had a couple matches here and there. We just don't know of this motherfucker and whatnot. Who is this guy? And my parents was just like, no, this is his first day. This is his first day. I mean, looking back on it and whatnot, it's like beforehand, I've watched like so many wrestling matches from like Triple H to Eddie Guerrero, just to like get a feel at what you're supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And so I got trained by Chi-Town T. He told me like the basic, like he basically told me like when it comes to like the 6 steps of theory and whatnot, all you really need is just like a 4-set. All you really need is just like a 4-set of moves and variations and whatnot. And then, and it's just like, okay, well, the 4 moves that I can do is like a suplex. I can do like a body slam. I can do like a leg drop, and I can do like a flip. If you want me to do that, like I'll do that. So I did that, and it was just right off to the races too. Like I remember my very first match was out in I think it was out in what is that place called? Harvey. My very first match was out in Harvey, Illinois. And I remember my very first match, I was getting my ass kicked in there. I remember I was getting my ass kicked in there, man. I remember D'Angelo Steele because he just came back from that leg injury and whatnot. He was also a part of the match along with RK Savage. Shout out to RK Savage too. I remember like D'Angelo Steele, like I remember like I was sitting on, like I was just lying like on the mat and whatnot, and I kid you not, D'Angelo was just giving me like elbow drop after elbow drop after elbow drop after elbow drop. I think he gave me like 10 to 15 elbow drops that one go around. But I also remember too, as to like doing like a really nice frog splash, and that was just on my first, like again, like on my first match alone. So they had me do that. They had me do a one-on-one match with Just Amazing too. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to him as well. And they all told me like just less than a year in, I had what it took, and I was like 19 years old when that got started and whatnot. I was 19, and so fast forward at around like I think late 2016, early 2017. My second trainer actually, and both of these guys are from Windy City Pro Wrestling back in the 90s in Chicago. You know, both Chi-Town T and this other individual too. I'm sorry if this story is very long winded.
Oh, no.
This is a story. I just want to get that known.
Go ahead, because after this, you still got to tell us how many years you've been in.
So
So
yeah,
remember,
man,
it's
like,
a two-parter.
So being a part of that company in general, of course, it's called Southland Championship Wrestling. It was a little bit of a challenge at the start because the second trainer was Hunter Payne, and Hunter Payne, you know, first day in practice, it was me, RK Savage, and a couple other guys. We were coming in. We were doing just doing like cardio stuff. And I remember there was a lot of people that was doing like the cardio stuff along with us too that we didn't know, that we just met that day. And so we were just doing cardio stuff. And I remember like a few of us was just getting very long winded, but he chose me, he chose RK to continue on and they see what it takes with in Southland. So our second trainer was Hunter Payne. He told us everything about psychology, what to do in wrestling, what not to do in wrestling. He told us again, of course, you know, a couple other complicated stuff that we could do as far as in the ring and whatnot. And he was the one that gave us a chance. He was the one that gave us a chance to go out there and really do our thing. And so, you know, we've been there for several years. Well, I've been there for several years, and my partner RK, he moved to Jacksonville, Florida for a time. And while I was still back out here in Illinois, I won the Southland Championship. And I held it for a real good handful amount of months too. He even gave me Brian Cage too. And I was actually Brian Cage and Marche Rocket. So right at the same time at that triple threat, that was crazy. So I mean, all in all, you know, doing that, doing Dustin's training as well, being a part of AEW, you know, my time in wrestling in general, if it comes to the beginning of this October, it will mark 10 years.
Hell yeah. BT, you would be next.
Brett Duff, how long have you been wrestling?
I have been in, this will be year 4.
His final year.
And your greatest accomplishment is killing New Jack and dodging.
I did not kill New Jack.
No, we're on YouTube.
Why you do that?
Oh, you said something we couldn't say on YouTube. He's got to edit it later now.
We got a copyright violation. We got a copyright violation because you look like Mongo McMichael.
I do not look like Mongo McMichael. You're looking around YouTube. I'd say a joke.
Could you at least do the tackle that he did?
No, I'm not.
Come on.
Yeah,
All it is is just a 3-point stance, right? You gotta sit there in the 3-point stands like you're in football, and all you gotta do is you just gotta truck them. That's all you gotta do, Brett.
Mongo
I'm about to
McMichael
log off.
Mongo McMichael has more athleticism in one finger than Brett Duffy has in his whole body.
Oh,
Right now.
Lord.
You're a, oh my.
Brett, I've seen you in action. You do extremely well.
Thank you, Stu. I got one supporter. You know, if I have no
He's
haters,
lying- he's
VC
lying
and
to
Bobby
you.
are dead.
He's lying to you. That's a hologram.
That's a hologram is wild. And AI.
I'm AI. I'm AI. I'm AI. I'm not here. I'm not really here.
Brett Duffy jumped from the top of the cage.
PT, what's your question, sir?
So you are a double champion. That is
Am I a
correct,
double?
right?
Am I a double champion? No, that was back. I won the Southland championship back in 2021. Last year I was at one point double champion with the Legacy Championship as well as the ARW Championship, but I unfortunately lost that ARW Championship to a guy named James Creed. Shout outs to him, because if you see James Creed wrestle, dude, like, it'll blow your freaking mind. Absolutely, it'll blow your fucking mind. And we had that 30-minute Iron Man match, man, and we killed it. But unfortunately, I lost. And right now, I just currently hold the Legacy Championship.
Okay, now I gotta pivot. We're gonna pivot. Who is your favorite challenge you have had for the Legacy Championship?
And I'll tell you this right now. Drew Hernandez, he's a big dude, man. A real big dude. Like last time, like the last go around, he choke slammed me. That shit sucked. You know what I'm saying? So I give Drew Hernandez all the credit in the world, but like, one of the best challengers up so far to date, as far as me defending the title, has got to be Chavo Guerrero on 2 occasions. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, you have no idea how much like back in the day I used to idolize like Eddie Guerrero and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? By the time he was around in the WWE and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember Eddie Guerrero, right? First go around in the WWE around like 2000 to 2005 and whatnot. And I remember him being so cool and whatnot. And so for me to even wrestle his nephew, it was just like, yo, this was freaking awesome as hell, dude. I remember being nervous when we locked up the first go around because I didn't know what he was gonna do. Like, he's got so much arsenal in his think tank and whatnot. It was just like, okay, what is he gonna do? So like, my greatest opponent so far has got to be Chavo Guerrero.
Oh yeah, Bobby, you got the last question before
That's
we
so
talk
cool.
SummerSlam.
That's so cool.
Oh no.
That's so cool. You wrestled Eddie Guerrero's nephew, and you're being interviewed by El Gringo's nephew.
Oh really?
Sir,
Oh, no.
I was actually El Ginger Loco for one show, and you're a bitch for remembering that.
I knew it was something.
It was El Ginger Loco. Get it right. What's your question?
Sonny, as she is now, would you or wouldn't you?
Oh my god.
Oh, fucking YouTube.
Why you do that?
It's the YouTube debut, baby.
I really don't want you guys canceled on the very first episode on y'all YouTube, man.
It's gonna be our last episode at this rate.
Have you seen Logan Ross's face? We can't be canceled anymore.
Oh, wait, who's?
Me. He's using my wrestling name because he's an asshole.
Have you seen Logan Ross's face? You can't be canceled anymore.
Sir,
Bobby, you got me
as-
dying over
you know,
here.
I got a double question here for our two bald guests. You see this
Yes.
man's hairline right here going backwards and getting bald
Oh,
right there. What can you do to
oh,
help him? Do you think he
He
should
tried
just
to do
shave
a
it and join you guys?
no,
his
no.
beard. His
No, go ahead,
beard
go
is
ahead, go ahead.
weird. His beard is weird. His stash is trash.
All right.
Brad, don't listen to him. Don't listen to him because I tell you something right now. Hey, at least at the age that you're in right now, at least you still have a full head of hair. All right.
Yeah.
You can't,
Fuck y'all.
like, dude.
28,
I tell you, wait, hold on. I'll tell you this right now. I remember, like, when I was 19 years old and whatnot. Believe it or not, and you can look at my Facebook and whatnot, but believe it or not, I used to have a full head of hair my damn self. I used to have locks, the whole 9 yard, and everything like that. And now
I
at the
have
age
the
of 28, going to 29, I have completely cut it all off.
Duffy has the face of Morgan Freeman. Okay, he's been looking like that since he was 17. Okay, he's been losing his hair since he was 10.
All you guys tell me is you got that Ben Franklin disease.
That Ben Franklin disease.
Like, make Duffy large real fast. You see that cowlick in the middle of his head that he tried to comb over?
It's not. That's my hair split.
That's
It's
not your hair
splits there.
split.
It's
That's
Dude,
not
that
your
little
hair
split right there is hosting the next Summer Olympics.
That's the part of Wisconsin that Duffy doesn't go to.
Hey, BT, you want to see? You want to see who's about to host the Winter Olympics? They're about to have the Iditarod race on that Chrome Dome. Look at that shit! Look at that shit!
Oh man!
Aspen ain't got shit on those hills.
Hey, wait, but hold on. I do have to say this though. You know what I'm saying? Team ball though. I'm all for team ball though. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for team ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause again, hey, with the baldness that we got, at least with the facial hair, we can make up for.
Thank you. They're gonna use.
So in this guy's case, he can't do either. So what is your suggestion for him? You see how shiny his forehead is?
You want to talk about a shiny forehead?
Listen.
You want to talk about? I know this fool ain't talking.
Shave his head. Shave Duffy's head so he look like a fat Sam Roberts. I'm on your head today, boy. I'm on it. Yeah.
He looks like Nick Mangold, the old guard for the Jets. Man looks like the cowardly lion from Wizard of Oz.
He looks like
my goodness.
He looks like Rick Foley.
Rick Foley.
Rick Foley?
I'm about to go home, and I'm already home. I'm about to log off.
Man looks like Santa Claus before his hair turned
Nah,
white.
forget that. I'm gonna go log off and rewatch SummerSlam. That's what I'm gonna do. Like, forget this. Get this.
Bye.
Speaking of SummerSlam, Bobby, question. We're moving on.
Bobby, did you know Hulk Hogan's undefeated at SummerSlam?
You're lucky I did the fucking shirt tear for you, you asshole.
You can't even rip it open.
Why would I want to waste a good shirt?
It's not a good shirt.
You ignored me during the week, so I got to get it in.
All right, Bobby, you want to ask your question before we review SummerSlam, or you want to review SummerSlam?
No, before we review SummerSlam, we got to put him on the spot.
Oh, no.
We don't get a question. We don't get a question because we know you're probably going to pull this when it's your turn.
It is time once again for Bobby's shit take of the week, presented by Elite Wrestling Society.
No! Okay, Bobby first, and then SummerSlam.
I'm so sorry.
Actually, don't have one this week.
I got to
He
do
has
it.
two. He has two.
No, you made me have two, and I don't want to do it.
Say both of them. You got two.
It's good.
If somebody warns you about a wrestler that is a piece of crap, and you ignore said warning from the guy,
Bobby, question: the person that gave the warning, would you say he's credible?
he is, yes. Very. Even though to the guy that got ripped off, he's only been in the wrestling business for like 30 minutes. But if somebody in the business warns you about somebody that is a piece of crap, and I'm not going to say the name, and then you go and buy merchandise and you don't get your merchandise, and then you act shocked, you deserve everything. I'm sorry, man. Come on, bro.
Okay.
What you remember that segment on ESPN Duffy where the Carter, what do you say? Come on, man.
Yeah. Come on, man. Segment.
Yeah, come on, man.
Anytime there's a blunder.
Yeah.
I
He
love
dropped
that
50
segment.
bucks.
I'm
and
not
lost
going to say the
it.
name.
Oh,
But
man.
I'm not going to say the name, but all I'm going to say is that anytime that you were warned, and this guy has personal experience, and then the wrestler, said wrestler, you post the messages where the wrestler basically cuts you out, and you're like, "I'm sorry, sir." Like, come on, bro.
I love you, man. Don't do anything.
Come on, bro.
Okay, what's your second shit take? We called them out enough.
My second shit take is about a certain journalist that we poop on all the time.
You better put that shit in quotes right now,
We
journalist.
shit on journalists. We shit on all the time. But why are you making a post stealing basically the same thing that he said? Do you not have original content?
Ooh.
Do
You also called somebody out for doing that in the group as well.
I did. Patrick Donovan, I don't even care.
Dang.
You can't even
Doxum.
post your own shit.
Doxum. That's force.
He's gonna have us tied up in litigation now.
You can't.
Oh my goodness.
That's okay because his argument's going to be copyrighted anyway.
I can't wait till they sue JPH instead of us.
Oh, come on! I don't want to. I was gonna say like I do not want to get sued here, ladies and gentlemen. This is not my.
Patrick Donovan is our friend. He's not.
He's our friend. He's not going to sue us.
That legacy title about to be used as collateral.
But that first one was true. I didn't say no names, but anytime you get a warning about a certain wrestler, and you just deserve what I mean, bruh. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
This is what we're swapping the name to. You're come on, man. Now.
Like our friend Jimmy says, it's what I collect. Well, you collecting dust right now.
Come on, man.
Well, Bobby, that was a great segment. Now we get to talk about the good stuff. JPH, in case you haven't.
Why this man got a bald spot?
That's not the good stuff. We did that already.
Don't let him do that to you.
Now I know why you wear a headband every time you come out to the ring.
I know, Bobby. Now I see why he's a part of the OWO at such a young age.
Oh gosh! Oh gosh!
JPH, if you don't know how this goes, when we talk about current events or we review a pay-per-view like we're going to do today, we usually let the guests give their thoughts first. So I'll bring up a match. You'll go. I'll go. Bobby, Brandon, and then we'll go down the match order.
Sir.
What?
Before we get to SummerSlam, there is a current event I think you two should talk about.
All right, go ahead, because I don't know what
are your thoughts on the MJF Britt Baker shit show going on in AEW?
Oh, I don't know the full story. I have to be honest.
Let me pull it up from the quote-unquote tea leaves here.
Source?
I've been hearing about that story as well. Yeah, I've been watching like so many like videos about that kind of stuff. It's that kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous, to be honest. And
can I say something? And it's nothing bad. It's really nothing bad. I think that they only suspended her 2 weeks because they cannot afford to suspend Britt Baker because of that division and the people that are already hurt
and the feud that's going on.
Well, I wouldn't call it a feud.
Yeah, it's one-sided. Britt Baker's over. She's not.
Yeah.
Did y'all see?
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. So from Fightful Selects, reported by Sean Ross Sapp, the word internally from AEW is that Britt Baker's frustration about MJF was shared in the women's locker room, and it reached MJF through his girlfriend, Alicia Tout. This led to a confrontation between Baker attacking MJF. The details are he said, she said, but Baker was upset with Alicia for informing MJF. An argument escalated and MJF punched a wall before his match with Will Ospreay. Former friends MJF and Britt Baker had a falling out the past year. Ospreay also spoke to Baker. HR got involved, suspended Baker after the investigation.
You want to go first, JPH, or
Yeah, it's a very crazy type of like story that's really going on and whatnot. It's I don't know how to really say it really because it's just like again like I'm not really a part of the company, and I'm not contracted to them whatsoever. And even if I was, I'm pretty sure I really wouldn't give out that kind of information. But like it's it's really just one of those things where it's just like I understand the frustration that Britt is talking about. I understand what she's talking about, but at the same time too, it's just like you can't deny that MJF is also alongside with Will Ospreay is getting the TV ratings that it's getting at the moment at the high like 800s or like 700s and other shit like that too. So I mean, I get that kind of frustration. Now, as far as like Alicia's concern is, I'm not so sure about that either. I guess it's really just, her wanting to stick up for her man. And I guess, that's something that she wanted to do, and she tried to do it, and and I heard that like Britt told her to get the fuck out. And I mean, it's just again, like you said, he said, she said stuff, and it's just drama, a lot of high school drama, just really going on that really at this point in time just cannot be it just can't be in the works right now when other stuff that's going on that's bigger than that's going on the what works with AEW.
The only thing that I'll say on the matter is it just sounds really dumb about what they're arguing about.
Source.
Shut up.
Yeah, right. Like it does seem like some dumb stuff, right?
Why can't you just talk when you're calmed down and then nobody punches holes, nobody says the wrong thing, nobody gets in trouble? Keep it private. Don't yell in front of a bunch of people, because I'm sure there's wrestling locker rooms that you've been in, JPH, where there's people booked, they don't like each other, but they keep it cordial for the show.
Yeah, I mean, I know, like there's a couple people that I know of that I keep it cordial with and whatnot, and I don't like I don't like them either. So it's just like I know, like at this point in time, it's just like I know. Again, as I'm getting older, like I know, like you gotta leave dumb stuff behind you, and it is, again, it's just dumb stuff. Like who the fuck cares? So in this instance with MJF and Britt Baker, that's all it is. It's just dumb shit.
Yeah, so
except Booker T whooping Batista's ass. Ain't that your boy?
But it's gotta you gotta just kind of let some shit roll off, calm down, and then go talk about it with a level head. Don't stop being stupid.
Especially if you can't
like when
fight
Joey
with
Styles knocked out JBL.
Go ahead, Bobby. You seem to have a lot of jokes. I think you're next. Oh, stumped. Dang, that's crazy.
I'm not even stumped.
All right, go ahead. What's your thoughts on this?
Before you ask the question, Bobby, the answer is Serpentico.
Well, I've already gave my thoughts on this already. Like, it just seems like who's the locker room leader?
Serpentico.
They got a lot of stuff. They got a lot of, like, it just seems like something's just always coming out about AEW.
Until someone steps up, the answer is always Serpentico.
And I'm just like, enjoy wrestling, bruv. But they're like, no, like, no,
we can't, bruv.
Like, bruv, like, it's just, it's childish. It's childish. And also,
man, so Southern saying, bro. Let me tell you what we got over here, bro.
You don't say bruv? I say that bruv from time to time, so it ain't nothing wrong with that.
Whoa. All right. He said he gave his thoughts. So BT, you're up.
Damn, he just cut off the black man like that.
You said you gave your thought. You said you gave your thought. I don't want to hear shit. If
He
you got
did.
more,
He
go
put the
ahead.
white chocolate on.
You know.
Wow. White chocolate? Man, you like the melted milk that's been sitting in the sun all day.
You want to put that? You want to put that Mark Henry song on there? That sexual chocolate shit song on there.
I just want to know.
You look like a bun.
Hold on a minute. I just want to know when you and Shelton Benjamin are reforming the Hurt Business. That's all I want. I was playing. I really am playing.
No, stop. You don't talk to Scorpio Sky like that.
Just wait till he gets some jokes. He's gonna fire back.
I know he is. And
This man can be like, oh yeah, or at least don't have 4 eyes.
All right, BT, go ahead.
I mean, we both got glasses. We both got glasses. Ain't nothing wrong with that. See, I'm a combination of all three. Let's just say that I got the glasses. I got the bald head. I got the beard. I unfortunately don't have the hair, but hey, we'll just keep that on the
Yeah,
wraps.
but you ain't ugly like this guy.
Oh my god!
This man about to snap back, be like, oh yeah, at least I ain't white.
What the? All right, YouTube, it's been a pleasure.
That's me. Laugh on OnlyFans.
What's your thoughts on it, BT? Give your thoughts.
So I'm okay with Britt being the only one suspended. I kind of get why. You don't suspend your meal ticket. You don't take him off TV. And Osprey and MJF are the only 2 draws they have.
Never got back.
They're the only 2 draws they have right now. No, it shouldn't have. It really should. I'd fire her, but like, I understand why she's there. She's a nepo hire. Uninformed. But
so, wait a minute. So Swerve's not a draw?
Based
don't
off
get me
numbers,
started.
no.
Don't get me started on Swerve, bro. Don't get me started on Swerve, bro.
We'll be here
I'm so pissed off of what's going on with Swerve, because he should be, honestly, he's the world champion, and he should be treated as such, as the main eventer, as the top guy, as the guy that's leading the storylines, as the guy that's a part of the main storylines. And it's just like he's getting like casted on the side for a guy like fucking Jack Perry, and that shit is just like, dude, like, honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. It's a bad case of nepotism on Jack Perry's part, despite him even being like the son of Luke Perry. Like, okay, so what the fuck does that mean for you to like shove Swerve out to the side and whatnot when he's your legit champion? How can you? Oh no.
Okay, so perfect. So then you'll agree with.
Oh no. I lost him.
JPH.
Oh, hold on. He may have to rejoin.
So to address what his thing, the AEW's biggest mistake with Swerve started literally the first episode of Dynamite after he won the title, where the first thing that came out after he won the championship was Trent fucking Beretta and Orange Cassidy. So they can set up Chuck versus Trent Beretta on Rampage that no one watched.
Yikes.
I mean, like, he's right. And you're right, too. Swerve should be a draw. The issue is they treated, like, they pretty much, this dude's been, like, secondary since he's won. He's secondary right now in his own championship feud. It's more about Brian than it is him.
Well, I got another question, because then that can go sideways, but I'm going to stay on topic.
I told him to try leaving and coming back.
So then he would feel the same way about Sasha Banks.
For me?
Him.
We would have to wait. He's running back.
Duffy's in the business. So that's Duffy. So Duffy, if you feel that way, you feel the same way about Sasha Banks. Am I right? Why is she higher on the card than your women's champion? Well, every time that I've seen her, she's been higher on the card.
For me, the one that Mercedes holds is the the
PBS.
mid card.
Yeah.
So that would be out first before my women's main event championship.
Thank you, because nobody seems to agree with me on that. Thank you.
However, if the mid card title has a better story than the main title, you can get away with it maybe once or twice, flip flopping, but not often.
It doesn't. Mariah literally made the girl bleed.
That's why I said if.
So how would so
I mean-
let me ask the booker here. How would you handle it?
Well, for me personally, the better story is Mariah May and Tony Storm. So you put that lower on the card because people want to see that. You get them to stick around longer.
I think that should kick off the show.
I will send him a new link.
So do you think that All In's going to be sold out?
From what it's set up, I think so. If it is, it'll just be like day of it gets there. But I mean, right now you have MJF Osprey 2. You have could be Bryan Danielson's final match ever.
Ain't no damn final.
You know how
match.
pro wrestling retirements
I
are.
got a source.
First source.
And I'm
You got-
not naming my source.
You got Darby versus Jack Perry, which that one feels like Darby's losing because they're already booking him for a world title match at Grand Slam.
Darby should be your world champion. I've been saying
No.
this since the beginning. Darby is
No.
Darby. Yes.
No,
No,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
no. Aside from the fact that
Mm-mm.
he's not really good outside of his generic fucking big spot, you can't really rely on him as a world champion because of his style.
Wow.
Because he gets injured, guess what? You're fucked. And his
Right.
style is very injury prone.
Well,
How many times has he been
everybody
injured in the
gets-
past year?
Everybody gets hurt at that company.
Yeah. No,
Which is why if
No.
Duffy goes there, Duffy's fucked.
I know this dude's gonna be showing up after his return with no legs.
He's gonna walk. He's gonna walk out, and he's gonna.
My
fuck
knee
the
will
guy.
explode live on television. Oh, hold on. It says he's joined.
Looking like
He's working on it.
Looking like a Sid Vicious, second coming of Sid Vicious.
Okay, Freight Train, $5 wrestling main event champion. Oh, Freight Train.
Well, I know Tiger King is not over there trying to talk shit.
Okay, so he's not back yet. So what else?
He's
You have
trying.
Baker, Mercedes. What else you got? I think that's really it for that card right now.
I don't care. I haven't watched in like a month.
I don't know.
But I thought you would have been at home like CEO. CEO.
I'm waiting for this man to just hit us up on a random Saturday and be like, "Hey, guess who's
Let
at
me
the
tell you
Sports
something.
Complex?"
I'm gonna be so serious. They lost me when she responded to Coachman.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
oh, is he back? Is he back?
Yeah, yeah, in my
No, he ain't back.
Oh, well, he was back.
Okay.
He lost.
What is the coachmanship? Because I didn't read into that.
Yeah, I didn't
I,
read it.
I
Let
didn't
me
see
message
her.
Jordan.
I didn't see her comment. I didn't see his comments. But anytime that you say that you are doing this for women, and you are setting the precedence that women should, and I understand that you're saying you're setting the precedence that the women should be paid as much as they deserve, but you're fucking not. Am I wrong?
My one issue with the quote that she said was like, "I do this to make Monet." It's like, who the fuck talks like that, man? I don't care if you're a gimmick or not. I do it to make Monet.
And then 5 minutes later, she's
Like,
sitting there
bro.
crying because she's divorcing. Like 5 minutes later, she's sitting there like crying because she's divorcing her husband out of character and stuff. And it's like,
I ain't gonna lie. I thought she was divorced for like the last decade.
I did too. I did too because they never posted together, and I'm like, what the fuck?
When that news came out, I was like, oh, wow. Thought it already happened. No, I don't think AEW is a cold product right now. I just don't think they're hot either.
They're a
I
cold
think
product.
That's why they need Shane McMahon.
They're
they're
a
like in the
cold
middle.
dude.
They're not
No,
in the middle.
dude. They're a fucking cold product. There's a fucking video that video that I showed you of Mercedes coming out with whatever the chick's name from NWA is, and the arena is
Camille.
Poor bastard.
Camilla.
Poor
And-
bastard. She got like no response from anyone.
And the arena is fucking empty.
Because they overbooked the arena. They went too big no, they didn't go too big too fast because they were doing good in those kind of buildings.
Like
And
the
then-
They
arena-
just record too many shows back to back to back.
Yeah, it's like everything they keep going to the same market over and over again. So they're killing their market dilution.
and that's tough because
'Cause-
I live. And that's stuff because I live in the area like that. Those videos pop up, like, "Hey, come to the Esports Arena to watch Collision." I'm like, "No, where's my WWE video, bitch?"
I'll use Boston for an example. They didn't sell out the last time they did Boston University, which was right before they did the Garden. They sold out to Agree the Garden. They sold out again the Garden again. They come back now. It has to be a pay-per-view or they're not selling anything out because they abused the shit out of that market. They've gone back too many fucking times.
You went to see Mercedes.
I went to see Gates of Agony.
And you went to see Mercedes. They'll have marks like you there.
So when
At the pay-per-view, I go to a pay-per-view for AEW in Boston.
when AEW came to Milwaukee,
I just got a call out of
three-
work the next morning.
3-4 times. They ran at the Panther Arena. The Panther Arena only has 12,700 seats.
Is
Now,
that what
when you add the stage, you get rid of like a good portion of seats. They can't even sell that out.
They
Well,
need to
this
downsize again, but the issue is
least-
they can't because they already opened that fucking door
Yep.
to the
At
big
least-
arenas.
At least it's not the Paper Chaser Arena or whatever the fuck y'all school name is down there.
They probably could sell that out. Yeah. When are they going to book
And
the
they
Garden?
and then y'all went to Sissy's the next day, right?
That was shut down. We said no.
The one thing I'm concerned
on,
about with them is the
Quince.
rumor. The
on,
rumor is
Quince.
they're trying to do a stadium show at AT&T
Definitely
next year.
Definitely you with me, white Prince. Brandon, don't be like that, Brandon. Come on, Princes. That's
Bobby.
okay, Princes.
You going to the stadium show next year if they do it at AT&T?
Fuck no.
He's
No. And I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you
know.
something. I'm gonna tell you
I
something.
think our guest is done.
No. I had to resend him a link again. He's trying.
I'm gonna tell you something. They're not going to sell out AT&T Stadium. I'm sorry.
They're not.
Oh no.
They are not gonna
No.
fucking and
They're not
AT&T
ready.
And where AT&T
WWE didn't even sell at SummerSlam yesterday.
I'm gonna tell you something.
No.
But the difference is that you couldn't see no empty seats.
True.
That could.
AT&T Stadium, that area gets heavily condensed and heavily populated. I guarantee you that I can pick somebody up there and be like, "Oh, you're going to the AEW event? No, I'm going to Walmart because it's literally right across the street."
Oh, hold on.
Is he on?
Do we have
If he
him?
exits-
Do we have him? We were rambling.
Who never even got into SummerSlam?
All right, what's
I'm
the?
so upset with myself. Like I was in the middle of talking and all of a sudden my phone just dies. Just dies on me. So go ahead on, man.
Oh, we were just rambling. We were stalling for you.
Well, I got a question for you because if you felt because what I was saying was if you feel that way about Swerve, what do you think about Mercedes being higher on the card than your women's champion?
Honestly,
wouldn't that be the same thing?
it would be the same thing. You're right, but it's such a double-edged sword, in my opinion. It really is such a double-edged sword, especially in a situation like this, because in Swerve's case, he came in, And he was and at first, all he was doing was just, the stuff with Adam Page, and he was just, doing like some other stuff that didn't really mean much of anything up until he won the title. And it's really, like, again, in my opinion, like, he should be in these main event matches, and he should be like in these high profile stories and whatnot. And the fact that he isn't, it's very alarming. You know what I'm saying? How can you give some guy, it's like, how can you give some guy the belt and he's not, and you don't cast him as your top guy? Like, you just have him as you just have him as just a guy with the title, you know what I'm saying? And guys like, in favor of guys like Will Ospreay, or guys like MJF, or hell, even guys like Kazuchika Okada, you know? But to compare that to Mercedes Moné, the thing about that is there you can't really go off of like what she could do and whatnot, because she was already put in a it was already a storyline within a separate promotion as is anyways. And the thing really about it is, it's like, okay, if you wanted to make the story about how Willow, somehow got Mercedes Moné to break her ankle and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can make a story about that in AEW. I mean, it can be done. I'm not saying that it's impossible to do, but for you to like pitch Mercedes Moné almost as a face when she screams heel from top to bottom, and it's just like you also pitch her in a championship match, in her debut match. It's just like, well, shit. Now you're put in a situation like this to where you have to give Mercedes Moné the title, unless she's gonna look like a joke. All that talking that she was doing and whatnot, she can't back it up and whatnot when she can't beat Willow Nightingale for the TBS title. And so it like, if anything, it could have been done a lot better in that regard. But for what it is now, I just can't buy it for how Mercedes Moné just gets put in the situation that she's in.
May I input real quick?
Unfortunately, they wouldn't have a choice anyway, because Mercedes Hogan could decide
I see how there was a way around putting the TBS title on her. There was 2 heel managers at ringside for that match. You could have had one distract the ref, the female, which I'm pretty sure was Chris Statlander, could have just had her come in, hit her finish on Mercedes. Willow hits her finish to doubly put over the new chick in town, which will be Mercedes. 1, 2, 3. But also, do you want her to lose her first match? No. So that goes back to that double-edged sword that you brought up there.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like my thing too is like, okay, you have her debut against Willow Nightingale at Double or Nothing. Like, okay, if you want if you want Mercedes to be put in that type of spot, right? If you want to put Mercedes Moné in that kind of spot, okay, there's really no problem with that. The thing about it is like, you couldn't give her like a match to start off, just like for instance, Mercedes Moné could have had a match with Sky Blue, you know what I'm saying, on her debut match, like on free TV, just to get the ring rust in. At that point in time, Sky Blue was already at that point heel. You could have did something between Mercedes and Sky, have Mercedes go over Sky, have something build up to that match and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Not just, we do this match quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I like the journey to get to that destination before the destination. Because if we just get to the destination, then what's really all the journey about? You know, what was really the journey of Mercedes Moné coming to AEW to get to get the revenge on Willow Nightingale and whatnot. And it's like they did it, but they did it at like such a poor job, in my opinion. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, BT, were you gonna keep talking this, or what do you got for us?
I'm gonna get yelled at if I don't show this fucking question. We have a viewer question from mainly our guest. What is your favorite dinosaur?
Is it because your woman asked the question?
Yep.
Hey, who's that?
Happy wife, happy life.
You talking about like my favorite dinosaur?
Yes. She asks every week that she watches.
Which is like every 8
Man,
months.
I'll man, like I'll go for like a T-Rex, you know, like a T-Rex. I was playing The Last of Us like a couple months ago, and you know, and they was talking about T-Rexes and shit. So I was like, hell yeah, like I'll go for T-Rexes.
Oh, right.
Okay, now on to SummerSlam.
All
Shoot.
right.
Wait a minute. Who's that man in the picture?
The guy in the middle?
Yeah.
That is the dude that voices Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. Who bother?
Yeah, that was Abby's anniversary gift last year.
Oh, she got you an anniversary. Get to see the voice actor for Winnie the Pooh.
No, I did. I got Celtics tickets.
Well, so with the review of SummerSlam, do we want to go in order of how the matches happened, or?
It's
Yes.
only 7 matches.
Go in order.
All right, so match number 1, we had Rhea Ripley with Dirty Dominic Mysterio versus Liv Morgan.
He's
JPH,
dirty,
what'd you
alright.
think?
That match was really fun to watch. That match was really fun to watch. I'm gonna say this about WWE as well, man. Like the way that they shoot things is really well done, and the way that they shot this match specifically was well shot. I thought the match was well shot. I genuinely thought that like Rhea Ripley's arm was like dislocated because it really did look like a piece of bone and whatnot was just like spiking up right there on the shoulder and whatnot. And I was like, oh my God, are they gonna continue? They're gonna continue? Okay, they're gonna continue and whatnot. So no, man, like that whole thing was fun. The whole thing with Dom just fucking over Rhea Ripley for Liv Morgan to still retain. I already knew that was coming, but in the end though, it was just like, man, on Monday Night Raw, Dominic is gonna get that heat. He's gonna get that fucking heat, bro, and it's gonna be so glorious.
So I figured Dom would turn. I just didn't think he would turn at SummerSlam. I thought they would have done a little bit more.
Like space it out.
Yeah. I thought they would have did like a little slow roll down the hill.
If you actually studied your job, you would see that they were planting the seeds for weeks.
Dang, I've been watching.
Yeah.
Those are subtle hints, which you guys don't typically pick up on, and I gotta explain for you.
We picked up right away.
We're not Marks, even though I know a Mark, but my name is Bobby.
Really? Because that 1 year leading up to Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, you guys didn't pick up those commentary hints at all.
No, we did.
Oh Lord!
But no, otherwise I liked it. Dominic just gave the little Eddie Guerrero, "What do you want from me?" at the end. I loved it. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
You got something you want to say over there? Huh?
Before we jump to Bobby as he's dying, do we blame Dom?
You said what?
Do we blame him?
No. Of course. I would have folded a lot
He's-
sooner.
Man, you fold for a handshake.
You'd fold for a hot dog. Dang,
Fold-
Scott, I agree.
Well, no, I agree. No, like that comment right there, like that whole Dom is Eddie's kid. No, I believe that 100%, 100%.
It said so on the paperwork.
On the paper. All right, Bobby, go ahead. You seem to have collected yourself.
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
Um, according to my friend who plagiarized another journalist, predictable doesn't necessarily mean bad.
You heard it here first. He plagiarized the plagiarizer who plagiarized the journalist.
He plagiarized the
Oh
journalist.
wow!
Well, but I mean, come on, man. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what were you expecting?
Oh, I see. He answered it now because he had to wait to see if the wife was around.
Jesus.
Shit, mine's watching. I'll probably
That's
watch
why.
it.
That's why Chrissy liked your pick. But anyway.
I'll be quiet over here. I know my place.
Yeah, it's in the kitchen.
But I mean, so I have a theory. So people think that the Judgment Day are breaking up. Not to get off
Is
track.
it an alternate theory?
People think that the Judgment Day are breaking up. I don't think they are. I think that they're just going to be a new version of the Judgment Day.
Ooh, see, I was gonna
believe
say
that.
this for Gunther Priest review, but we can do it now.
Yeah, fuck
Oh,
it.
Of course, the
No, wait, no. We'll talk about it when we get to that priest one. We'll talk about it when we get to that priest one.
all right, our guest has made the ruling.
Dun, dun, dun. So, is this my turn now?
Are you think?
Cool.
Unless Bobby's done. Bobby, you done?
Yeah.
I am done.
Okay. So, I thought it was a good match. It really set the stage for what the show was going to be, which is pretty much advanced in storytelling here. Pretty much setting us up from now until the next Big Four pay-per-view, which is Survivor Series. I think they did a real good job at that. I said in the group chat we're in, or was a discussion for one of those two, that one match in, they already made Raw must watch for this Monday.
Yep.
So that's what I got. On to Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Great.
I knew, yeah. I knew that title change was gonna happen as well. You know what I'm saying? Braun Breaker, of course. You know what I'm saying? Dude's a hell of an athlete, bro. Like he is like, and for Sami Zayn, you know what I'm saying, to be like that fucking like that underdog that everyone knows and loves for him, that he loves doing and whatnot. It's one of those things where it's just like, man, right about now, like during SummerSlam, Braun Breaker has to hold it. And I can see Braun holding the title maybe like up until like WrestleMania. That's my take on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it to like WrestleMania and whatnot. And it's like they can do so much with it. He can get like that Goldberg treatment when he won the WCW World Title back in '98. You know, and I think like Braun Breaker's gonna do a hell of a lot of work.
I like the Braun Breaker win. I'm excited for the potential feuds. Him and Dragunov. I want to see that again now, but because that happened NXT, now it could be on the main roster. But no, that was definitely the correct call.
Yeah.
You're not upset that he beat you?
You said what?
You're not upset that he beat you?
Well, who am I? Make your decision. Am I Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens? You got to pick one. You can't say both.
You're Sammy Owens.
Sammy Owens.
You're Kevin Zane.
Whoa.
Rory McCallum.
That's exactly what I was about to say too, Kevin Zage.
Whoa! Whoa!
He is neither. You put some respect on this man, Bobby. This man was in the Highlanders.
Hey, hold on. Which one am I? Which one am I? The one that got fired for being on TNA TV, or the other one?
Yeah.
Can you just like slouch over and put your hand on your chin or whatnot? Just make sure you're trying to look incognito.
You've heard of Ivar. This is Cryvar.
Cryvar.
And here is WWE wrestler.
Here's former WWE talent James Ellsworth.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, he tried to put the chin away.
Oh.
All right, Bobby, go ahead. Broad break.
You know, Brandon kind of looks like Dragunov.
Oh.
This man looks like Gunnar Scott. If you remember him from the mid 2000s in WWE.
Oh my goodness.
You're Zach Gowen with 2 legs.
You want my answer? You want my answer?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, that's my answer.
I don't even know what the fuck you mean.
Next fucking question.
This match should end in like 3 seconds.
Go ahead.
Should have been quick, simple.
Just as soon as the match starts, Braun goes for a spear. No lockup, no nothing, just a spear.
Next match, Logan Paul versus LA Knight, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the next one.
With this match, again, I also thought that this was a good match, and again, I also thought that the right person won. LA Knight, like, of course, dude, like, despite his age, you know what I'm saying, he can go in the ring. This motherfucker has like an aura about him. You know what I'm saying? That of course, I'm pretty sure like he gets this a lot, almost reminiscent of like, of course, like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, nah, dude, like this dude has it. And as far as like Logan Paul is concerned, man, like, okay, don't get me wrong. Like at first, like I thought he wasn't gonna be that good. But nah, dude, like he was like he's actually a lot better, of course, than his boxing. Of course, a lot better than his boxing, of course. But of course, I won't talk about that part. That match in general was just an overall good match. There was one spot that I've forgotten that I didn't see, but I did get the chance to see at the clips for Twitter and whatnot. And that was Logan doing he did almost like something like that was like Kota Ibushi-esque, where he jumped on the fucking top rope, did like a fucking half spin, and did a whole backflip effortlessly. And I was just like, wow, that shit is amazing. So, in my opinion, good match. LA Knight deserved the win. Logan Paul, I see him, as a wrestler, as a hell of a talent, you know what I'm saying? And overall, I thought it was good.
I enjoyed the Cleveland crowd not giving a fuck about MGK being there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I enjoyed the brawl around before the match started. I felt like that was really good.
I'm gonna enjoy you coming off the top of the cage.
You know what I enjoy? I'm gonna enjoy you taking your first bump, and then you'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry I ever talk shit to you," because when you come up here and you visit, we're gonna go to this fucking training school. You're getting in that fucking ring. You're taking a bump. You're taking a bump. You're taking no. I'm talking now. You're taking a bump, and you're gonna be like, "I'm too old for this shit. Why'd you have me do that?" And then we're gonna need a shovel to get your big fat ass out of the middle of the ring.
You need to videotape it for show purposes.
All you gotta do on that bump is just tuck your head, and you be fine. Otherwise, you're just gonna smack the back of your head on that mat.
Tuck your head backwards.
No, don't. Oh,
He's gonna break some vertebrae in his freaking neck if he did that. No.
Scott said MGK looks like what an STD would look like if it was human.
But you know
Oh
what?
God.
Megan
You
Fox
know
will
what?
never.
I
They'll
can't
never
say
get it.
shit because that man has Megan Fox, so I don't even fucking.
Yeah.
So man, shit, man. I don't care. I don't care about that kind of stuff, man. Shoot, MGK can fuck the baddest bitch as much as he wants to, man. That still don't matter that he got bodied by Eminem. He got his music sucks.
Sure.
All he got. I don't even know if this is one of his songs. The only music that he's got from MGK, the only song that he even has is Wild Boy. There's some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the damn chorus of the song was, but that's his only song that I can really know of MGK. Other than that, this motherfucker sucks.
Bobby, go ahead on your review of this match.
So you won't answer the Sunny question, but you just completely shit on MGK. Got it. Oh.
I mean, it's music. I mean, I don't care. I mean, look, man. I say his music is shit. I don't care. I don't care. His music is terrible.
You're probably bumping that WrestleMania 28 song from MGK in the car all the time.
Absolutely not. Absolutely no. I bumped the other.
This man like
This
this
man's
is
like,
the jam.
damn.
This is the
Damn.
jam.
I bumped the other song. I bumped the Flow Rider song, man.
Oh God.
I bumped that song. That song's a hell of a lot better song than that.
Listen,
JPH is gonna come out the Wild Boy next Legacy event.
I'm gonna say
No, I'm gonna watch that video just out of morbid curiosity after this.
I'm a wild boy.
All right, go ahead, Bobby.
Definitely comes down to the ring with a diaper and a binky. I'm a wild boy.
There you go. OWO, if you're watching this. For your New Year's Eve show, last show, yeah, you make this man come out as Baby New Year.
Oh, I feel like, back to the topic, I feel like it doesn't matter what I feel like. Yes. No, but seriously, I was just worried that LA Knight was gonna lose. I'm like, if this motherfucker loses again, but I was happy that he won. You know, I got to give credit to Logan Paul because that motherfucker can go. I didn't hate the match, so it was a pretty good match.
BT.
Okay, so I had two notes for this. One was, thank God Night won. Note number two, sometimes you get how good Logan Paul actually is at this shit when he shows up.
You know, you look like an autistic Chris Evans.
Jesus.
Damn.
Jesus.
Damn, son.
I know Patrice O'Neal ain't talking shit.
Oh, damn, son.
Why'd you give up your shield cap?
Okay,
Man looks like the junkyard dog post WWE.
The next match we have.
You're like Steve Rogers before he took the serum.
Dude, you look like an
Oh my
airbag.
gosh.
I'm on your head, dog. I don't care. Y'all been taking my kindness for weakness. I'm on it today. I'm sorry. Y'all been taking my kindness for weakness.
You look like a melted candy bar.
God damn! Come on, dude.
You look like Danny Tamborelli if he lost weight.
Oh Lord.
So back to the topic.
You look like the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy. If you put a magnet to the TV and made it change colors.
My goodness.
You look like a smart Dahmer that studies.
This is a roast off session. Let's go, boys. This like round like what? 4-5.
Whoa, it's round 4 or
Duffy.
5 today. It's like round
Duffy.
a billion for how long we've
Duffy.
been doing this damn show.
Duffy.
What's
This
up,
man
bro?
looks
He looks like
Duffy.
he looked like Dahmer if he became a Nation of Islam member.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. All right, YouTube is never gonna have us back.
You look like Escalade if you didn't
You
learn how to
wanted
play
it.
basketball.
God, Escalade.
You look like the professor's understudy, teaching assistant. Come on with it. Come on,
You
Cletus.
look like Terry Crews if he never found the weight room.
All right, boys. I want a good, clean roast off.
Okay, so if we're done,
No punches. No punches below the belt.
You
Not
look like
to-
you look like Spike
you look-
Dudley after his career.
You look like Willie made everything out of the fridge, Perry.
Okay. Go ahead.
okay. The next match we have Nia Jax versus Bailey.
Oh, can I go first?
Okay, he's asking to go first, Bobby. Go ahead.
Please.
Go ahead,
It
Bobby. You
is
seem really
It
excited.
is about fucking time. That's all I'm gonna say. You talk about aura, okay? I don't care what y'all say, okay? Nia won, as she should. I don't get the hate that Nia gets. I'm so glad that she beat Bailey. I am so glad because Bailey's reign was boring.
Well, I'll say this within that match in general. Like, I thought it was okay for what it was. I mean, of course, like you said, like with Bailey being a boring champion and whatnot, that kind of could like ring some sort of truth. There's gonna be people that will say that Bailey's title reign was not great. There'll be people that say that it was all right and whatnot. I'm one of the ones that will say that it was all right. The match itself, there was one spot in the match where I was glossing over. And I was just looking at it and whatnot, and I was looking at it and just looking at my phone at the exact same time while looking at it, and it was that corner spot. It was that corner spot before like she fucking went in and like shoved her old ass on Bailey and shit like that. She smacked it and shit. I was like, man, shit, that's gonna be like a motherfucker. But again, with the whole I thought later on throughout the portion of the end of the match, of course, when Tiffany Stratton came out, I thought she was going to cash it in. And then when Nia Jax actually won the title, all I was just saying to myself was, Tiffany Stratton's going to cash in. She's going to cash in right here. As soon as Nia Jax fucking goes over to like her mom and shit like that and hugs him in celebration or whatever the case, she's going to turn around. Tiffany Stratton's gonna whack her in the face with the fucking briefcase. Start the bell. She's gonna win. That's what I thought was gonna happen when she came out. But I guess WWE is gonna play the long game. Nia Jax winning, okay. You know, I'm okay with it.
I like this match. I enjoyed the powerbomb spot where Bailey has her up and actually walks with her. It's a lot of strength. I like that a lot. I knew the cash-in wasn't going to be an actual cash-in, though. They just gave her that customized briefcase. There's no way they're spending that money and then just getting rid of it the next day.
So you was in the production meetings.
Oh! Tell me how you know more than me. I'll wait.
Well, first off, you've only been in wrestling for about 25 minutes.
I was waiting for you.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I was waiting for you. No, it's an inside joke.
It's a joke because one of our friends thinks that he knows more than him, and he said that he's only been in wrestling for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, so we throw this inside joke at each other all the time.
Yeah,
I was waiting for him to throw it. But no, I really liked it. I liked that they put over the Nia's finisher by her hitting it twice.
You like Nia? Just say it. You'll feel better. Just say it.
Sir, I have agreed with you on Nia Jax recently a lot in our group chat, so I don't understand why you're coming at me right now.
I'm not. I just want you to admit it. Just say I like Nia Jax. Just you'll feel better.
Well, I do like Nia Jax. I feel like they've done good with her a lot since she has come back. She's done very well, and I've enjoyed her booking. BT, it's your turn.
You're looking for a job.
Oh, well, hold on, BT. Hold on. You just complained that I work for too many indie companies. So am I looking for a job, Bobby? You tell me.
Shit.
He's looking for
You
better
don't,
taste.
you don't back, you don't back baby into a corner. Nobody backs baby into a corner.
Baby backs you to a quarter. Go ahead, BT.
So this was the worst match in the card.
No, it wasn't. Okay,
Yeah, it
yes,
was.
it was. Go ahead.
Right
Yeah,
person
I can
won.
agree with Scott on that one. He misspelled Mania though.
Only Mia.
Rocket movie.
Right person won. And once they introduced that customizable briefcase, you knew Tiffany wasn't cashing in at all.
Yeah.
The only thing about this match I was shocked about was the placement of it. I would have thought they would have gave us a cooldown in between the World Heavyweight title match and the WWE Championship match. But other than that, right person won. Okay match, but was the worst match in the card.
It wasn't. I don't even understand.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was the worst match in the card.
You're biased. Whatever. Whatever.
Well, Bobby, was this match the best match in the card to you?
No, I didn't say that.
Well, where'd you rank this one? We're gonna see how biased you are. Because anywhere above bottom two, you're biased.
It's the first out of the bottom two.
I got one more.
You go. Okay, go ahead.
You look like Mike Tyson if you didn't stop at the ear.
He had one more. I thought you meant about the match.
On the CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre.
You look like JD McDonough if he was intelligent. You look like JD McDonough if he was intelligent. I'm waiting. Come on.
So let's move on to Drew McIntyre.
You look like a white version of Funaki.
Hey, Brad, you want some popcorn out of this?
Brother, yes.
I could go all night. Come on.
Man, you look like every member of the Hurt Business.
You look like you've been hurt.
Well, you knees are the Hurt Business.
I'm gonna just keep eating my tacos.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Hold on, Brandon. What type of taco?
Ground beef with some cheese, flour tortilla.
Yeah, we know what ground beef you eating.
Does it got a little extra cheddar on it?
I'm about to go home. I'm about to go to bed.
It's got that sour cheddar on it.
I don't like this game anymore.
For viewer discretion, Duffy's knees are not the Hurt Business; they're the Click.
Come on, man. We got like 3 matches. Come on.
Okay, Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. JPH, go ahead.
Okay. There was one spot. There was one spot in there that of course it was reminiscent of SummerSlam '97, and I really thought Seth Rollins was gonna do the whole "I'm gonna swing at you" type of deal. He's gonna swing at Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre ducks. He hits CM Punk in the face and whatnot. But they didn't do that. They teased it. But as soon as they kept on going with it, man, all in all, lovely match, bro. That's a very recommended match for anybody to watch.
Oh, I thought because Bobby had jokes, he wanted to go next.
So that match was. Did you say that match was a match to? Okay, well maybe people hate on that match because they want the CM Punk of old. It was clear that they was trying to protect CM Punk. It was clear. The match was more so about the storytelling than the actual moves. I enjoyed it. For one, I'm just gonna be honest with you. the match was kind of weird because, like, what the fuck? Like, he just hit the GTS out of nowhere on Seth Rollins for no damn reason.
No, there was a reason.
Well, he was fair during the match. Like, he didn't even like. I get that he had the bracelet on, but I'm like, it's like.
Well, this is where you missed it then, because the reasoning of why he got the GTS hit on him was not only did he have the bracelet, but when it was him not counting, that was him distracted from counting because he had to get the chair out of the ring, and then he turns around and he's like, "Oh shit, there's a count." So, and then if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. I think there was another spot where he wasn't counting for Punk again. So you have those two things build up to the GTS on Seth Rollins because CM Punk feels like he is being screwed over.
I'm corrected. Thank you, Wrestler. It does make sense to me now. But no, seriously. I for one, I can't wait till that match. I know that they're probably gonna push that shit till at least Survivor Series, maybe WrestleMania. But I for one cannot wait because the promos alone are gonna be like, woo.
No, they're gonna be real
You talk
good.
about fucking personal. Jesus, I just feel this one coming because good lord.
I like this match. I see the way that they did it because they didn't want to risk him getting injured on his return match. So I understand that the way they did it. I like the way they still told the story of what's going on. I enjoyed the way they incorporated Seth Rollins. I just feel like that they did really good, and I thought the match was good. I liked it. BT?
Brandon Taylor.
You don't dox me like that. So, I thought it was an okay match for people expecting like CM Punk of old. He's wrestled like 2 matches in the last year. I don't know what the fuck you were expecting, but it's a nice little setup to get him to the trilogy that they're gonna do. Match number 2 likely in Germany, and then the third at Bad Blood. But yeah, I expect it to pick up in ring wise for the next match. Next, we are on to Damian Priest versus Gunther.
Damian Priest.
Gunther Stark, for people who don't remember.
Wow, you just doxed this whole wrestler name.
Man.
You just doxed his whole wrestler name. Wow.
Who was our guest that liked Tamina?
That was
your boy Roy.
Roy Cooper.
Boy. No, it was your boy Roy.
If you ask Roy Cooper, Tamina is WWE's version of Mike Trout.
Tamina is Mina.
Nobody Mina.
Hold on, time out. Is this what you meant? Were you trying to say Tamina? But you meant
no. I know what he meant.
Wow. Thanks for ruining everything, Grandpa.
Yeah, fuck your joke. Move on.
Damn, he didn't even react.
The
next
you can't cut it off right there. You bullshitting. All right, JPH, go ahead.
The match overall, this match, in my opinion, overall, I thought was a pretty decent match. I was okay with the story going into the match. I did like the whole concept of like Gunther calling, of course, Damian Priest street trash. So of course, in this match, he would have something to prove and whatnot. Now, honestly, I thought that Gunther was gonna lose. I thought that Gunther was gonna lose this match right up until Finn Balor came in, and at that point, I was just like, okay, never mind, because it was just like they're gonna do something, and they're gonna do something like they did like within like earlier that night. Is like with the whole revamping of everything and whatnot, but the ending of the match when Damian got out of that chokehold. He went for that pin 1-2 kick out, and he went straight for Finn Balor, and it just looked like he was about to choke slam that motherfucker right through the floor almost. Just this, when he had like his fucking neck in that position, dude. Like that amount of hatred is just gonna lead to something like really good leading up towards like the upcoming shows later on within the year, man. But again, overall, that match I thought was a pretty decent match.
So
and one more thing. I'm sorry to say this too.
Go ahead.
The chops, though, the chops. Oh my god, bro! I can never get chopped like that, and all of a sudden I just bleed. It'd be like, man, what the fuck? Yeah, that's it.
So I like the match. I enjoyed Finn coming out.
Interesting analysis, Brandon.
I'm done talking about the match now, but I'm gonna go to the Judgment Day, where it just kind of looks like Finn Balor is gonna be the one to be the leader now, and then you'll have Dom, JD. Who knows where Carlito goes? Does he stay? Does he go?
Carlito is a part of the Judgment Day.
Yeah, but
Carlito will be
He's like a prospect almost. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you get put like it's almost like the Judgment Day is a motorcycle club, and like Carlito is just doing like a bunch of like dumb shit and whatnot just for him to actually get put on by the Judgment Day. So I see him like as a fucking prospect and shit. That's how I see it as.
So that's how I see it. That's how I see the Judgment Day going forward, is those guys. Bobby?
Well, you really told me to go after that after you stole my thunder?
Oh wow, you didn't have thunder. All right, you had blubber.
What the fuck are you talking about? Hillbilly Jim looking motherfucker. But anyways, the match was
Mr. Hughes, if he never made it, looking at.
Oh god.
looking like the Grand Wizard without the turban.
So dang.
Anyway, so the match was the best match of the night, hands down. I did not expect it from Damian Priest, but he got a new fan last night. You knew it was coming with the Judgment Day and them screwing mommy earlier, so it was the match of the night.
BT?
Bobby's right. It is the match of the night. I feel bad for Gunther to a degree because like he's gonna be like the fourth most important thing on Raw now.
No, he's not.
As the world champion, here he is.
No, he's not. No,
Punk Drew is going to overshadow it.
No, he's not.
The Judgment Day.
Gunther.
The Judgment Day stuff is going to overshadow it. No, Gunther's going to put on great matches. He's going to have better matches than all of them.
No, and I'm being so serious. No, y'all talk about aura. This man has aura because this man. They said it last night. This man rarely loses. This man is like who I can't remember who you compared him to last night. Gunther rarely loses. Gunther has aura. Now, y'all can say what the fuck y'all want to say. Gunther has aura. This man don't even lose. When he's not the shortest reign he's had is 666 days. This man is at least holding the title until WrestleMania. There's not going to be nobody that's going to fucking beat him. If anybody can overcome this, it's Gunther. He's not the strongest on the mic, but he's believable. He can wrestle. He's not. I guarantee you, he's not. I'm gonna tell you something. As good as Damian Priest was, I think Gunther's gonna be better.
Okay. BT?
I don't know if I want to go after it was rudely interrupted.
Because you have nothing.
So he's going to be the fourth most important thing on Raw, even after all that shit Bobby just said.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He is in terms of fan interest.
No, the fuck I guess.
And it sucks. At least until after. I don't know how long this Judgment Day shit's going to go till.
Aren't you the same guy that said that Jey Uso's cheers were piped in?
No, that was Willie. The no, it's going to be the fourth most important thing for the time being.
Oh,
But with
God.
Priest locked up with Judgment Day, before we move on, who's he facing in Germany?
Probably the motherfucker he beat out. What's that dude's name? Not Kaiser, but the other motherfucker.
Vinci's on
Dragunov?
Yeah, Dragunov.
Yeah, no, they gonna say that for
that-
they gonna say that for WrestleMania.
No,
Well,
I think they're Mania.
Do they feed him to Cena?
I think they feed him.
No, at Germany, I mean, shoot, I mean, what I'm seeing is that I'm thinking it's gonna be like a rematch almost.
No,
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think
I
he
don't
gets
think
a
so.
rematch.
I think they're going to jump straight to the Judgment Day shit.
I think Damian Priest wants revenge right away. I think that's how they do it.
I think Damian Priest wants revenge right away. I think that's how they do it.
Oh, we're just repeating again.
I want Dragunov Gunther for Germany, but I think they're going to do Rollins Gunther for Germany.
No, the fuck they're not.
I think that's
No.
what they're going
Gunther Cena, Gunther wins.
They're not gonna fucking do. Seth Rollins is in the middle of CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. Stop this shit.
do. They're
Stop
not
your
going to
damn
continue with Punk in
Stop
it.
your damn fan booking.
What are you going to
And
do with
think
Punk?
logical. Stop your
what are you
fucking
gonna
fan
do?
booking and book logical. Why would you? Seth Rollins is in the middle of a feud with CM Punk.
Notorious PIG. Let me speak here.
what
What are you going to do?
You know what?
You're not doing a triple threat match between the two. You're not doing a triple threat match between the three.
On. You are not moving on.
We're not doing. Hold on.
You are.
We're not doing a triple threat match between the three. You already put Rollins as the referee.
Jesus. God, they're making people credible.
He's out of the feud now. So they're doing Punk Drew too. And they gotta find something for Rollins. Rollins can now go for the world title now that Priest lost it.
If Rollins goes for Gunther in Germany, I will fucking acknowledge you as my tribal chief, and I will fucking do it public.
You probably should.
I'll do it public. I will legit make a video if they do Rollins versus.
That's
Gunther,
probably the match.
That's
probably going to be the match.
That is completely asinine.
What are you doing with Rollins in the feud now? That you already did special guest referee, and you're not doing a triple threat match between the two, between the three.
I do not think that.
What are you doing with Rollins?
GTS. He just got GTS. I just don't think that.
Yeah, and he got somewhat his revenge. He counted the three.
He didn't get his revenge. That is not his revenge.
He counted the three.
Okay.
Maybe you'll see it down the line, but hey, you're not going to see Rollins involved with those two for the next bout.
Duffy,
it doesn't make sense.
Duffy, you're the tiebreaker. What do you think?
I think Brandon's wrong.
The price is wrong, bitch.
When I'm right.
Brandon's wrong.
Duffy has to retire.
He's in the feud.
Brandon's the worker at his job that fucking discounts donuts for like 20 cents because he fucking misinterprets it.
When I get this right, Duffy has to retire.
I'm not agreeing to that. So let's move on to the main event where we have
Roman Reigns return and another
tribal chief Solo Sikoa versus.
We want the good Ross to stay.
You shut your.
I said false tribal chief, Bobby. So are you saying that I'm not saying the correct thing?
No, the only thing that I heard you say was the tribal chief. That's all I heard you say.
Yeah. Maybe if you weren't yapping, you'd be able to hear.
Because it's tribal chief Solo.
JPH, would you like to go start with that one?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's cool. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I thought that match was match of the night. Me personally, I thought that match was match of the night. It's like the way that the story was being set up. You know what I'm saying? How Solo, Tamatonga, Tongaloa, Jacob Fatu, they just come in and just basically just I wouldn't necessarily say just shit all over Cody Rhodes, but they just beat the shit out of this dude like every single Friday, every single night on Friday Night SmackDown, just beating up Kevin Owens, beating up anybody else. So going into this match, like I knew that Cody was going to retain, but with all the stuff that was going on with at times that like Solo was gonna win the title, and then of course when Cody came in, tried to hit Solo with the crossroads. I thought that was gonna be it. The Tamatonga and Tonga Loa coming in and just beating them up and whatnot. And you know what? A little side note on this one is like maybe it's just me, but I have no idea what this whole Bloodline Rules match is supposed to even be. Like, because it seems like a no disqualification match, anyways. That was really the only like negative thing about it. It's because they didn't. It's like I don't know what the tribal or what is it called, like the tribal rules match.
Well, they explained the match rules at WrestleMania because they had it at WrestleMania when it was Roman and Cody. They had explained that it was basically anything goes.
I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
And yeah, so like, despite all of that, I thought, in my opinion, like it was the best match on the show, bar none.
Bobby, you can go next. I know you want to talk about somebody who returned.
I'm surprised you were sober enough to even get down the rules at WrestleMania.
What are we trying to say? What are we trying to say?
Let me tell you something, okay?
Let me talk to you.
Don't you dare. Don't you ever Don't you ever doubt my tribal chief Roman Reigns. Don't you dare doubt my tribal chief Roman Reigns. This man came back, and did you see the old shit look on Solo's face? Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the face. And that motherfucker got Superman punched in the face. Roman Reigns made that match was okay. It drug on too long. It drug on too long. Like, it was good, but like, did you see the crowd erupt?
Yeah. For when Roman's music hit.
Just for Roman.
Even the referee reaction was, oh shit.
Like Solo like chef's kiss. It's just like you can't he's just my tribal chief.
I think he's done. BT, you want to go next?
Yeah, this match was pretty much when is Roman coming out?
That's all it was.
Is what it was. It's all it was.
Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna say something after you get done. I apologize.
That is all it was, and it wasn't really that good of a match to begin with. It was. I think they were trying to like kind of recreate what they did at Mania, but it was like the Payless version of it. And like that crowd did not really get the Iron appearance was good. The the Pharaoh shit, I get it, but like we probably didn't need it. But yeah, once again, this match was pretty much just when is Roman coming out? Oh, there's Roman. 1, 2, 3. Okay, show's over.
Can I ask a question? Just for like for everybody. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then.
He was joking. Go ahead. He was fucking around.
I guess it's like for everybody. So I guess with everybody's like opinions on it and whatnot, does anybody think that like Solo may have what it takes to be a main eventer.
Not right now. To me, not right now.
Okay.
Straight up and honest. He looked aghast most of the match.
Okay. Because I'll say this. Like, I'll say this with Solo. I know he's in the position that he's in, but I do think over time, you know what I'm saying? Over time, he's gonna be like that main eventer. Yeah, I do believe he's gonna be that guy. Cause like, I mean, hell, if The Rock, Yokozuna, if those guys were like was gonna be that guy, I would also expect, you know, and plus Roman too, you know what I'm saying? And then I would also expect like Solo Sikoa to also be that guy later on in the future.
As long as he keeps going and developing more, he has the potential. But
Yeah,
from what I saw last night, no.
It's just like, I guess it's just like with me. It's like with me, it's like of course like the simpler the better. Like of course like you don't like. He doesn't have to like make moves or do things like storyline purposes or like match wise purposes that'll get like things complicated and whatnot. I assume like he's just that simple dude that just goes for like, all right, here we go, headlock, take over. I'm gonna give him over, fucking shoot off, do my dizzle for shizzle and shit. So, but yeah.
What do you guys think, BT, Bobby?
I don't know any Solo fans, so I guess that tells you something.
I agree with Brandon.
God damn.
Never met a Solo fan.
Can we just talk about real fast how fucking Randy just does not give any fucks, and when he was running out, he took the time to fucking get his fucking the fans cheering him in. Like Randy just gives zero fucks. Like he's at this stage, like, listen, I get paid either way. I'm here running out slow as fuck.
He basically could have just did the Jeff Hardy when his brother was getting beaten.
That's what he was. That's what he was doing.
All right, before we jump to sponsors,
Hold on.
Obvious.
Hold on. I didn't get to give my take.
Oh my god.
I saved it for last because Bobby's gonna shit on me. For me, until Roman Reigns came out last night, before Roman came out last night, this was the worst match on the card.
What?
I was so bored.
Thank you.
It was literally WrestleMania off of Temu.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Like
I was expecting Bobby to shit on me, but I guess JPH is going to shit on me.
Like that sign said last night, Temu Bloodline. That match was fucking boring.
It
negative 5 stars.
It just felt like bootleg WrestleMania match, and
Thank you.
I felt like they could have just made it their own thing, but they didn't.
And Kevin Owens and Brandy coming out, like it's like Roman coming out finally. That match sucked.
Differently. What would you have seen? What would you want to have seen differently within that match? Besides it, of course, being born and whatnot.
So I was having fun until they did the typical here comes the bloodline interruption. I knew it was going to happen. I know that's what they do with them. But it just felt like the WrestleMania ripoff. If they don't do it like how they did it at WrestleMania, I probably have a better fun time watching it. Because it just felt like a copy-paste with different people.
It shouldn't have been a bloodline rules.
I mean,
were you even sober enough to realize what was happening?
I was.
Are you talking about
I might have been some freshly baked bread during the pay-per-view, but I was watching, all right?
Are you done?
I'm done. Go ahead.
It's like
Whoever wants to go, go ahead.
It's like being drunk the night of this shit is great. The next day, this shit sucks.
Hey, you know what's
Monday
crazy,
Night Raw.
Bobby? You know what's crazy? Because I did rewatch it this morning just in case.
Oh, wait, like you did at WrestleMania with the
I'm
Jimmy
about to
and Joe
rewatch that
match
whole show now.
when he was trying
Yes.
to defend it.
Yes, Brandon, because I might have been a little out of my mind.
You don't understand storytelling. They told a story, man.
And then I watched it. And I said, "Why did I say that last time?"
So before we go to sponsors, obviously Solo and Roman. That's next between those two. What's next for Cody? Does he stay within that vortex of the bloodline, or do you keep him separate until it's time to bring him back with The Rock and Roman and shit?
He finishes the sequel.
Well,
Jaws 2 dead.
Well, Cody did say he want that trilogy with Roman, so I'm assuming so. Yeah, so I'm assuming that he wants to dabble back into that bloodline type of ordeal.
He does the Big Show season 3.
Where?
You mean the new authority figure of Ring of Honor?
Jesus. All right, let's not get into that. let's get to promoting some shit.
Yeah, because I want
It's that time of the week. The show is almost over, so it's time to promote some shit.
JPH, upcoming shows, merch links, YouTube channel, all the good shit. What do you got to promote?
I got to promote. Well, of course, any wrestling show, of course.
Yeah.
Well, of course, within the following month too. Of course, Legacy Pro Wrestling. They're gonna have their Showcase of Champions come September 13th and 14th. That's on a Friday and a Saturday. I will be taking on Shelton Benjamin. Please pray for me, of course.
Ain't no stopping him now.
I also want to promote I guess my YouTube, of course, my own YouTube. I haven't did any videos, but my YouTube is Jordan Piggies Harrison, aka JPH. If y'all want to hit that subscribe button as well, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's pretty much it on my end.
All right. For us next week, we have the Leon King Makeup Podcast date. So catch us with Leon King next week. He's based out of Iowa. And then
we got Kenny King.
Not Kenny King. No. Wrong skin complexion, my brother.
We got the King from damn, I can't think of the movie. I fucking wrong.
Jimmy the King. Jimmy the King.
Jimmy the King.
August 18th, we have Johnny Swashbuckle. I knew he was gonna laugh. He laughed last week too. This motherfucker.
Matey.
I was waiting. And
Is he
then we
Miles
are
Mason's tag partner?
No, he's not. And then we're off August 25th.
Oh, that's news. That's news to me.
Yeah, it's a new
Oh,
thing.
someone wants to take all in weekend off, I see.
That's not gonna.
He's gonna be all in.
Right. No, I'm. Anyway,
they're gonna be lined up
He's
on the
gonna
table.
finish. He's gonna finish the
night.
Ross family tree.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna finish some trees. All right.
This Saturday, August
He's gonna grow his
10th.
own branches.
This Saturday, August 10th, you can catch me at Green Bay.
There's new roots.
Now that's Wrestling Skater Mania. The OWO takes on the Baker Boys at a Fall Count Anywhere match.
And if you get there 2 hours early, hold on a minute. If you get there 2 hours early, you can find them in the back.
What am I doing? No, shut up. You're gonna August 17th, you can catch me in at Alliance Pro Wrestling. I'll be at the commentary booth calling the action.
If you bring a banana, Josh Rudin will sign it.
Oh, I fucking hate you for bringing that up. August 24th, Ryan Brown and I, Ryan Brown, former guest of our show, we are running you can look right there on our sponsor list. We're running our first event, Rapid Fire Wrestling, that is over in Cross Plains, Wisconsin. We are just outside of Madison at the Red Mouse Bar. So check us out.
The Red Mouse
Is there,
Bar. What
is it
the
really nice
fuck?
at that bar?
What the
It's
I'm
like
not
Chuck E.
answering.
Cheese.
I'm not answering any questions.
Is it like
Red
Chuck E. Cheese?
Mouse.
Anyway, our sponsors are Now That's Wrestling. They're always
You're
live.
playing the fifth, Brett.
every show's on YouTube that they run. You can catch them on YouTube. Now That's Wrestling or MakeWrestle.com. They put all of their shows on their YouTube channel. Fox River Raiders.
MakeTrees.com.
You fuck. Fox River Raiders. I also don't know how they're doing, Brandon, but they're playing football.
They're 0-6.
Bernie's Burgers. Normally Brandon covers this one, but I got it. If you ever just want a big, nice slab of meat to go down your throat, go to Bernie's Burgers.
We know what you like.
Did you just fucking
Racist.
record that? You're a piece of shit. Join us at University of Sports Debate, ran by Legarian. I said it like Brandon.
God dang. Why you got to put his whole government out there?
He always says it.
Why you call that man German?
We're also sponsored
German.
by our wrestling group, Elite Wrestling Society, ran by that piece of shit to my right.
Oh, let me do the Batista.
I thought you were doing the Batista. Anyway, check us out at YouTube. Check us out on Facebook. X,
Subscribe to
hopefully
us on
soon.
YouTube.
And
Subscribe to
JPH,
us on
we want to
YouTube.
thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, man. I appreciate being honored, man.
Ooh,
Not
it was
really.
a lot of fun.
But
BT, you want to play our outro video for us?
yeah. We'll see you next week. Subscribe to our YouTube, like us on Facebook, try and find us on X. If you can't get through all the fucking political ads. And we'll see you next week. Also, I might be right. That Rollins got there for Germany.